My topic. Okay, so I revisited Deus Ex Human Revolution while it was on Steam, right? And I wasn't a fan of that game when I was younger, just because I thought it was really difficult, like it was brutally hard, and like I couldn't really wrap my head around it.
Hmm.
So I revisited it while I was older, and I'm really enjoying it. In fact, Mankind Divided has become my most anticipated game of the year, and I think it is because, like, let's just assume, like, Metal Gear Solid is done, right? In a
Right.
post Metal Gear Solid world, it is kind of scratching that itch for me a wee bit because the game, as much as I enjoy it, it does try to be Metal Gear Solid at points, especially with like the post credit scene. Because what Metal Gear Solid does is like it does like a post credit scene where it's like just audio and then it comes up with like Metal Gear Solid, and Deus Ex does the exact same thing, right? But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. So I was like, right, okay, I'll go back and play Dishonored as well because that was a game that I wasn't really into when I was younger, and I was like, right, maybe this will be a test of whether I get Dishonored too, much like Deus Ex was a test of where I was going to get Mankind Divided. Okay, so I got it for PS3 cheap. It was about £5. I also picked up Deus Ex for PS3 as well. Like I got a physical copy of it because I wanted it. So I plugged in Dishonored, and Matthew's going to be annoyed at me, but that game just. I
You're a
think
terrible person
my first instinct was this is a bad game, but then it kind
because
of
you're terrible at
I'm not I'm not, mate, but it's grown on me a wee bit, right? But here's the thing: I think the game is very. I think it would be better if it was a third person game overall. Do you not think?
No, I
No,
disagree.
why?
No, I don't know. I think the first person stealth is a really. It's like the blink and stuff and all your powers and stuff just
Mhm.
suit first person.
Like, here's the
I
thing
think.
with this fucking blink ability. That has gotten me caught so many times. It's not even funny.
How,
And
like, how have you got
this
caught
is
with it
what I
before?
mean. This is what I mean. Is like whenever I get caught in the game, it's not my fault, and that's the most
Right.
infuriating thing about it.
It doesn't
I
feel
think,
like you fucked up or
yeah,
whatever. It
I
feels like the
think the
game
game
fucked
is
you.
very awkward with this third person stuff. Like, I finally figured out the radar system by using that eye power thing, but I was like,
Dark vision.
yeah, even then, like, it's not really ideal. But like, here's the thing: like, see when I'm trying to hop across rooftops and stuff like that, I'll aim the blink power and the wee arrows come up, and I'll blink to the rooftop, but I'll not climb up. I'll just fall. And
Right.
again, like that's not my fault. That's the power
You
not
need to,
working.
yeah, you need to aim the thing with the blink. I'm not gonna shit all over that. That's like a fair criticism.
Hmm.
See, the thing with the blink is the arrows, the
Yeah,
three arrows. The top one needs to be kind of like slightly above the lip of the roof.
yeah.
I figured that out.
Uh huh.
Otherwise, you blink, climb, but you
Hmm.
blinked too low to climb up, so you just clamber up the wall and then fall to your death.
Yeah. I mean, here's the other thing as well: is like it's not really like a criticism, but it's more of a nitpick. Like, see when
Okay.
I'm jumping to another place, it's like because again this is because it's third person, but like when I'm jumping at somewhere,
First
like
person.
I'll go down first, I'll go down, then I'll climb up, and it looks like I didn't make the jump at first. I was like, for fuck's sake, am I
Yeah.
going to fall? That's what I don't like. That it's scary. It kind of takes me out of it a wee bit as well.
Right.
And like, here's the thing with Dishonored as well: is like I says to you, like in terms of story and stuff like that, like it feels like the game actually starts after the betrayal. Do you not
Yeah.
think? Because like,
Well, yeah, you can. It's quite a short game. I will admit that.
mhm,
You can blast through it if you're.
it's a very short game,
Yeah.
very
But
short
the
game.
thing about Dishonored that I like is I've replayed it. I think it's got quite a lot of replayability. Like you can go lethal or non-lethal, and then you've got all
Here's
the
the
clean
thing:
hands achievements.
I do have nice things to say about it. Like, I think the fact that you can replay missions is actually very good.
Uh huh.
I think that's a good thing to have. But like, here's the thing: like, the big difference for me between Deus Ex and Dishonored, and why they're on like a whole other level, basically, is to do with empowerment. Like, you enjoy playing as Adam Jensen, like, you feel like a badass, like, you don't really get that with Corvo, who's not really a character. Like, they fixed that with Dishonored 2.
Well,
But,
the point of Corvo is
he's an avatar for the player, I get that, but it's like we've had that before, like, hundreds of times. I'm not going to say, like, Deus Ex has this pure memorable cast of characters, because it doesn't. But Adam Jensen, like, you have, like, kind of, like, this... Like, here's the thing with Deus Ex, right? There was this moment, right, where I had to call this elevator, but it was, like, a timed thing, and there were going to be, like, hundreds of enemies going to ambush me, basically. But I took the time to hack a turret beforehand. So these guys were, like, dead before they even, like, walked into the room, basically. You don't have a moment like that in Dishonored where it's like you can just kind of, like, plan ahead and stuff like that, and it's like, what I was saying is, like, about empowerment. Like, every time you do that Icarus jump and you jump off a building in Deus Ex, like, you feel like a fucking badass every time you do it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have you played Deus Ex?
I played a little bit of it and I couldn't get into it, so I might, based on what you said, I might try and get back into it.
I think for me as well,
Xbox One.
I think the powers in Deus Ex as well are just, like, a wee bit... They kind of have the edge over Dishonored there as well. Like, Dishonored, like... I didn't really... The only kind of powers I really used is Blink and Dark Vision, because I was like, well, that's all I need, really. I don't really need anything else. And I upgraded...
The other powers are fucking fun to use.
Yeah.
Because the Rat Swarm and the Possession power is really good. The Possession power is one that I didn't use my first playthrough, but then I tried to do a non-lethal playthrough. So the Possession power is really handy for getting in and out, like, through vents and stuff as rats. But see how you said Dishonored doesn't have a memorable cast of characters? I'm just looking up the cast, the voice actors, and it's got some incredible voice actors. It's got, well, first off, you know Granny Rags?
Yeah.
That's Susan Sarandon who does her.
Yeah, fair enough, man. It's got good voice actors, but the characters aren't memorable.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Carrie Fisher's in it and all that. Michael Madsen, Chloe Moretz and all this.
Yeah, that's a cast, but the characters aren't memorable.
The characters are quite good, though.
Yeah.
I think the guys that you're with, the kind of rebels who betray you, are pretty shit. I'm not really a big fan of them. But everyone that you're assassinating or getting rid of...
The Lord Regent is in the game for about maybe a total of 10 minutes.
Yeah. It's brilliant. I love it. He's the first guy you kill, isn't he?
No, he's the last guy you kill. Not out of the rebels, he's a conspirator that you kill.
Yeah.
And it's the most underwhelming thing ever. Like, Ross, you've played a bit of Dishonored. Because you've been quiet for the past 10 minutes. What do you think of it?
I get the same feelings I get when I play Ground Zeroes, where I say to myself, you know, this is a good game, but I just need to there's a specific way of kind of having fun out of it and playing it right, if you know what I mean. I can't just mind like one. I need to kind of think and kind of get used to the game, a lot of trial and error. But it doesn't mean it's a bad game or anything. It just means that you know, I'd need to invest more time to get the fun out of it. You know, it's not very. I feel they're quite similar in the way they're not very just pick up and play. You kind of need to get understanding of the actual game and get the feeling and the feeling of the overall game. You know, but what I did love about Dishonored was its art style. Its art style is amazing.
It's fucking incredible.
It's kind of like this kind of classical art style mixed with kind of Half-Life or something like that, because that is
it's almost steampunk kind of.
Yeah, steampunk. Yeah,
like whale oil punk, I guess.
Yeah, I love the world it creates, but the one thing I did that kind of put me off is the textures in the game are quite mushy. On the 360, like, they're quite pixely when you go up close. Like, everything looks great from afar.
The 360 struggles a bit. It's backwards compatible on the Xbox One, and it's phenomenal on the Xbox One. Yeah.
Well,
Ross, and there's actually a definitive edition on the Xbox One as well, so I think that would kind of address that problem if I were to play it again. But it's a game I never really gave it a chance.
The DLC is really good as well. So you know the assassin that kills the Empress? In the DLC, you play as him. and it's like his motivations and why he did it, and like you kind of actually get to know like the antagonist.
Yeah.
You killed Dodd. You killed Dodd as well.
No, I didn't. I didn't kill him.
Well, you're sent to like deal with him or whatever.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, though. So I'm glad you brought up Ground Zeroes, because when I was playing Dishonored, that's kind of what came to mind for me. I was like, I bet this is kind of like the exact same experience Ross had with Ground Zeroes. Because here's the thing, Matthew. What you were saying about the game being really short. See, by the time, like, I think the game's got a very steep learning curve, and by the time that I actually kind of started to figure it out, like, after the betrayal, I was like, well, the game's almost over. And what you're just saying about the world, like, I didn't really feel like the world was really doing anything for me, like, until, I know this is going to sound weird, but the only time, like, the world had an impact at me is when you're at the party, because it was kind of like, it was very extravagant, and it kind of made me think of, like, stuff like The Great Gatsby. It kind of reminded me of that. But like,
see if you didn't notice anything, right? Mm-hmm. If you play through it, how did you play through it? Did you assassinate everyone, or did you do non-lethal?
Oh, I assassinated the conspirators, but for the most part, it was non-lethal.
Right. So, see if you do it like all lethal, like kill guards and all that. You notice the city gets worse and worse and worse, and by the last few missions, there's so much more rats, and the place is a shithole. If you do it non-lethally, it gets better, and there's less rats. There's less of the weird what they called I think they were called weepers. They're like the zombie things. Yeah. The infected people. There's less of them and stuff, and it's really like if you play it through either completely non-lethal or completely lethal, and that's when you notice the biggest change. Obviously, there is still change if you do it like a little bit lethal. You get like more rats and shit.
Yeah, I mean,
I love it.
Like, I suppose
the sort said you can go through the entire game without actually killing a single person or something.
Yeah, you can. You can go through the entire game, without being spotted or killing anyone. You get an achievement for it. Ghost.
I mean, here's the thing, with Dishonored 2 and Deus Ex both coming out the same year, and they were both kind of considered like the best stealth games of the last generation. I would say Dishonored maybe has the edge over the environment and the world of Deus Ex, because Steampunk overall is like a bit unique in the landscape we're at just now, whereas Deus Ex has Cyberpunk, and that's kind of been ruined a wee bit with COD, because we keep going into the future with that series and stuff like that. Yeah, but the thing is that Deus Ex isn't too far in the future, like it's still kind of like recognisable, and what they were saying is like it's still a future where like you can get into an apartment by climbing up a fire escape, climbing through vents and stuff like that. It's in the future, but still kind of grounded, and I think that's where the charm of Deus Ex comes in. And in terms of story, what I was saying earlier is I think Deus Ex kind of has the edge over Dishonored, because what I noticed about Dishonored, right? Have you seen Wanted?
Yeah, the film.
Yeah, it's basically the story of Wanted in a steampunk setting.
Because it even has that kind of black and gold kind of art style to it as well.
It is basically Wanted, but like...
Are you talking about Wanted, the film with James McAvoy and Angelina Jolie?
Yeah.
And you think it's the same... I'm trying to think how Wanted went, because it's been a while since I saw it.
Yeah. Because it's the assassins and the betrayal and stuff like that, do you know what I mean?
I suppose, yeah. It's similar,
but and then you go back and kill them. But it just kind of reminded me of Wanted in a lot of ways. I mean, it's not the most original story at the end of the day. I mean, it's just the kind of setting that's original. But with
Deus, in the past, one's in the future kind of thing.
Yeah. But I mean, with Deus Ex, I mean, the story it is a bit deeper. Like it gets very philosophical and stuff like that, and that's what I mean when I say it's kind of scratching that itch for me just now. And now that Metal Gear's not around, because the story it's kind of crazy. Do you know what I mean? And here's the other thing: like, see the ending of Deus Ex. Like, I was sitting there for half. I was sitting there for about half an hour trying to decide what ending to pick, because I didn't know what to do. It's one of the most like really tricky end. It's one of the few times where a game I've had to like really think about what I wanted to do. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, but I mean, just
I got that when I was playing Wolfenstein, when I had to choose who to kill.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
I mean, just for me, I think Deus Ex overall kind of Has the edge. I mean, like in terms of gameplay as well. Like I think it is more traditionally like a stealth game because like we've got the radar system, we've got the cover system. I think the way it works. I think Deus Ex. Pardon me. It's easier to get your head around because it does take the form of like a first person shooter. If you know if you know what I mean.
A third person shooter.
First person.
Is Deus Ex first person?
It goes to third person when you're in cover.
Oh. See, I that's kind of coming back to me now when you're in the office and shit.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that I quite liked about Deus Ex is I think it might be the first mission. You go into the office and the guy's like, "Oh, go up to the roof to take the helicopter or whatever."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I was like exploring the office for ages,
Mm-hmm.
and I ended up fucking up, and all the hostages got killed.
Yeah.
Because I fucking took way too long to get to the chopper. I thought that was quite cool because most games you'd have as much time as you want, even no matter if the guy's like, "Oh, we need to hurry."
Mm-hmm.
You have as much time as you want. You have until you hit a certain mark.
Yeah.
But in Deus Ex, you don't have as much time as you want. They do end up killing all the hostages, which is quite cool.
Deus Ex, like the themes and stuff like that, and the story overall, like it's very dark as well.
Yeah. I just find Deus Ex really, really hard to play. Like the actual controls of it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the controls are a nightmare. Like with Mankind Divided, I've been watching the gameplay videos, and it's press Y to sprint. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing?
I think that's what really put me off.
Yeah. I think there's an option, like I watched Angry Joe's playthrough, and I think with Mankind Divided you can use the Human Revolution control scheme. I think because that's what I've gotten used to, I'm just going to use that because it's too complicated.
Mankind Divided's the new one that's coming out,
yeah.
right?
But like I said, like I've really taken a shine to it and stuff like that, and that's become like my most anticipated game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see why.